Welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped. We're chatting with Tom, the owner of Consummate Specialty Designs, the man behind the T-shirts and jerseys of Vegas Unwrapped. Maybe what we'll do is we'll have to put them on our website for sale, for order. Mugs, get all the tchotchkes.
Why not?
Have people buy them, make us money.
I think it's a great idea.
All right. We will go to a sports break in the next segment, but I wanted Tom to share. I mean, obviously he does very well with this stuff, but I want to get into what he does as well, because I think it's just as important for the community what he does, and maybe Mr. Cash can ask him a couple of questions. Tom, why don't you share with our audience what else you do?
Full-time, I work down at the jail.
Mm-hmm. In Vegas or North Las Vegas?
In Las Vegas.
Oh.
Took a deep breath.
We do babysit for North Las Vegas as well.
How long you been doing that?
Actually, for the city of Las Vegas right now, I've been there 15 years.
And North Las Vegas?
They've only been coming to us for a couple of years now.
That's good. I've managed to have a couple of nice interviews up there with my friends at the North Las Vegas Police.
That's if you want to call it an interview.
Well, it was a 3-day interview.
You were the other guy, weren't you?
I was
you
the
were
other
big guy. No, you were the big guy.
I was. They called me the OG.
The OG, the old guy.
They call me OG.
Not Olympic Gardens.
No, it was
not Olive Garden.
It was original gangster. yeah, the oldest guy in lockup. But you do what you got to do.
As they say, stuff happens.
Stuff happens to you. Hey, listen, it's not just me.
No,
our friend over across the hall, whose name I won't mention. he and I could share a couple of stories.
No, don't.
But we're not going to go there.
No, that's private conversation.
I want to keep my friendship.
Yes, exactly. Now, you're involved in one of the bands.
Yes, the Police and Fire Emerald Society Band.
Right.
I'm one of the bagpipers for them.
Yeah. That would have been cool.
Awesome. Do you attend the hockey game and the softball game with the police against the fire here? Oh, that must be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Because those guys take it real seriously, don't they? Unbelievable.
There's a big thing between the police and fire. And then one of the other things I also do, I'm on the board with the Injured Police Officers Fund.
Right.
And what we basically do is any officer that's hurt or killed in the line of duty, we assist with their families. If an officer's hurt here in Vegas and their family lives in New York, we'll get the family out here. We have contacts with airlines and hotels to get them priority.
So the family can be together?
Yes.
Now, were you guys involved with the 2 cops that were shot at CC's?
Yes.
I'm sure you are. I was just going to say you probably had a pretty busy summer.
Yes, I was actually involved with the 2 officers. I go to the hospital when I can,
right?
If I'm not working, and then after that, I'm also on the honor guard. So I was playing bagpipes, for both funerals.
Right.
With the Injured Police Officers Fund, we did numerous fundraisers for the families of both fallen officers and Mr. Wilcox as well. Mm-hmm. We couldn't take him into our nonprofit, but we did have people that were promoting his, and we did the 3 families together.
Well, that's good.
It's an amazing, and we'll jump off this for a second. It is an amazing outpouring of community support that I have never seen in the 20 years that I've been in Las Vegas, for the support for the 2 policemen and the hero, right, who gave his life trying to stop what could have been a tragedy beyond anything this city has ever had. So we take our hats off to that, and we don't forget. That's one of the things you and I, we keep all the things in mind that have happened here, because all too often, right? Mm-hmm. All too often, a couple of months go by, and people just go on with their lives, and they kind of forget that, there was something very tragic, and you have to keep that in mind when you go out and you do things, and you got to be thankful for what the police and the fire department do for us in this city. It's almost, you can't even explain it.
Right.
Now you had, in your family, you have a background.
Mm-hmm. My grandfather.
Your grandfather was a
police officer back in Linden, New Jersey. I still have his policeman's uniform and his dress cap, and I used to wear it as a Halloween outfit growing up as a kid.
Sure.
I have his badge. I have his skeleton keys. I mean, I still have the whole setup. And he was actually the first Jew on the force.
Wow.
And he was paired with the first African American officer on the force.
They figured they'd kill each other, right?
Well, no, not them.
Come on.
No. But back there, who knows what people were thinking? But the sergeant, just drilled the 2 of them. because they were the minorities.
Right.
The stories my grandfather used to tell me was absolutely ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, let's go back. Contact information for Consummate.
They can email me at promos617@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Gave the website already. Phone number would be 702-682-8397.
Now, I want to put an open challenge out there to any of our local listeners, whether you're listening to this live or on podcast, because we have about 70% of our listener base are local. Tom and I are members of a networking group, as I mentioned before, called Business Connectors. We meet Tuesday morning at the Bacon Bar. Used to be Cary Sports Pub, which, if you watch Bar Rescue, was one of the bars that John Taffer rescued and turned it into the Bacon Bar. 7 a.m., where our local business owners get together. And for those who know what networking is, you kind of support each other and help build businesses and everything else. The challenge I'm going to throw out, Tom, is if anybody comes as a result of hearing us talk about it, okay, as a first-time member, and they have to join, which is 4 consecutive meetings before the group will, quote-unquote, accept them in. There's no membership, there's no nothing. The only out-of-pocket is if you want to eat breakfast. And trust me, the bacon's worth the breakfast.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Vegas Unwrapped will pick up the breakfast for the first new member that comes in and joins BC, okay, after they become a member, and they have to tell you or me that they heard about us talking about it here on the show.
And I'll get the second member.
There you go. All right.
Excellent job.
How's
guys.
that?
Excellent
All right.
job.
And also, too, we're hoping to get the Injured Police Organization. You're working on getting them available for us to meet them
Yes.
here as well. So
Yeah, we would love to have them just to show our support.
Absolutely.
And for them to tell their story.
And if people want more info on the stuff itself from the Injured Police Officers Fund, they can go to helplasvegascops.com.
good stuff. By the way, do you know the BC website off the top of your head? Business Connectors LV?
I believe that's what
.com.
it is.
So
Yes.
that's also another location you can get Tom's information. That's the website for Business Connectors, businessconnectorslv.com, or go to vegasunwrap.net, and I actually have a link at the top of the second page, the About Us page, back to the website. So
No way.
yeah,
All right.
if you check the website every once in a while, you
Well,
see what I do.
listen, you know that I am working very hard to
Get your VCR working.
forget him.
All right, Tom, thank you for coming in tonight, boss.
I'm not talking
No
to
problem.
You're heading to Hawaii.
Bobcat, you got a
No,
new partner
actually,
for the show.
Emerald Isle, North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. Okay.
Very nice.
good. You're heading out soon, right? This weekend or something?
This weekend I'm going up to Utah. Next week I'm going to be out at Emerald Isle.
There you go. Man's going on vacation, so don't call him until he comes back.
Nothing wrong with that. But when you do, you get yourself a hell of a buy.
There you go. All right, that's Tom from Consummate Specialty Design. More with him down the line with the Injured Police Officers Fund, hopefully. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped. On the other side of the break, hopefully Nina 10 will be in studio talking about the Senior Spotlight Spectacular on the 23rd of August at the Orleans. Vegas Unwrapped will be there with the table for the 3rd event in a row, Mr. Cash.
Yeah, we're looking forward to
I'm
that.
trying to get us away from the band, though.
Well, it's you know what? The best part of that thing, every single vendor has chocolate on their table.
That's right.
It's amazing.
All right, Phillips and Cash, Bobcat on the board, JPEG behind the camera, and you, the listener, will be back right after this.